Hello and welcome to the Amazon Fire Stick tutorial. You're watching this. This is because I've set up your Fire Stick, and this is how to kind of run through the Fire Stick that I've set up for you. Um, Down here, you're going to see this is your apps and channels. This is where everything that I put onto your Fire Stick is going to live. And we'll go through these apps here real quick. Starting in the beginning, you have your Netflix, your Prime Video. If you have Amazon Prime and you're set up to that, you can do videos through here. This free drive is also another Amazon to where you can also download or watch movies. Not the best of movies, but it's another free place where you can watch movies. Amazon Music, pretty self-explanatory. You have Hulu. Hulu is a great option if you are looking to get rid of cable. You can sign up with Hulu, and they have a free live TV option, which is very interesting and also is very easy to navigate. And I'll do another video on how to navigate through Hulu. The downloader application is something that I put onto your Amazon Fire Stick. That's just an easier way for me to get in there and to download these applications onto your Amazon Fire Stick. This file here is a very unique app. This is where actually all of these apps live in. If you click on this, it will bring you to a page to where you might have to put in a code. If that is the case, the code to put in is 6403. I haven't been on here, so I have to do an update. All right, so in here is where all of these apps to where I downloaded on your Fire Stick are. If at any time those apps stop working, go into this program and you can re-download that app. And I'll do another video on how to do that. But if you ever want to add another app in here that you don't see, this is where everything is. Basically, all you do is highlight the one that you want. And you will press that button and you'll see that it will download at the bottom. That does not mean you have it. You then have to press play again and then it will start to download for you. Okay? So now we're going to go to the main screen. The next app is Modro or Mobdro. This is a very unique app. It's a unique way to watch TV. It's also a good way that you can watch news applications too if you don't have Hulu. Not the best quality. You are absolutely streaming from this network, but I have a tendency to really like this app. This is how I watch my TV. The channels over here, you can click on channels and you can get ABC, CBS, a whole bunch of different kind of channels. You don't know what you're going to get. Once you click on it, that's going to be the show that's on it. You can't start it over. You can't pause or anything like that. You'll just go into that show. So for example, you can click on, let's see, HBO comedy, and it will buffer for a couple of minutes, but then it will eventually play the HBO comedy. Eventually. To feel like he's talented enough that someone will see his talent. It will start out frozen for a second, but then it will catch up. And play for our university.
So football, in a manner of speaking,
eventually
is a ticket to not only college education, but a good life and all that comes with it.
Yes.
So you can also go into another news. That's where you can get your Fox News or whatever those other news channels that for some reason people watch. But then also movies. This is pretty cool. You have movies 24/7. You click on that, it's going to be movies. Action movies. You click on this, it's going to be some type of action movie. You cannot pause, stop, or rewind. Whenever you click on it, you're going to be watching that movie. At whatever duration is that. Mafia movies is one of my favorites. You're always going to get like a Godfather, Goodfellas, some kind of mafia movie, comedies, war movies, all sorts of stuff you can pick from here. Star Trek versus Star Wars, it's either going to be a Star Trek movie or it's going to be a Star Wars. Nothing else, only that's going to be playing on this streaming. So kind of a neat app to watch. Let's see. We'll go back to our recent. So that was Mobdro. This cone here is just an app to watch some of your files. Jetbox is another good movie application to watch. If you're finding that your server is buffering a lot, you can try a couple different apps to find things. This is a good movie app, and you click on these, and you can go on this particular one. You have to go and you have to look for find sources. You see that where I just highlighted down here, find sources, and you click on that. So basically what these apps do is they look over the internet to find out where these movies live and they're streaming. So it's going to give you a bunch of options if they find them. It takes a little bit to load the resources, but once it does, then you can kind of pick and see which one you want to pick. So let's see if this pulls up anything. All right, so you've got a couple ones here you can choose from. You highlight that after it's done loading. And you click on it and you can press play. It will load for a couple minutes. And the movies take a little bit longer to load. I mean, they can take several, maybe 3 or 4 minutes to even start to play, depending on your internet speed. But it does take a lot longer for the movies to get going. And if you do find that it's buffering a lot, you can get out of it and go to another server or another location. And sometimes you'll have a media player like that come up. But generally when I'm looking for movies, I like to look for in here where it says 720, 360p. I like to go with the higher. And you can obviously this one has a whole bunch of ones you can choose from. So we'll pick this one, see if that one will play. But you just go down to the different servers and you try to pick and see which one's going to work out for you. And so this one picked up pretty well. We'll watch this and see if it's going to buffer at all. And honestly, it's not even buffering yet, so this is a good one. But it's like I said, that can be one of the most annoying parts of it is, to try to figure out which one's going to play or stream very well for you. But this is a relatively brand new movie, probably been out for maybe 3 or 4 weeks, and really good quality here. It's a good movie too. Hunter Killers, by the way. So that's good quality. That was on Jetbox. That's a pretty decent one to look for movies on. There's Jetbox. This play button, that's another movie app. Not movie app. That's another player that just plays your movies. You don't really get into any of these. This is also another player. You have to have multiple players to play some of these apps. So like this is called Yes Player, and that helps to play movies on this app right here. So let's go into, this is one of my favorite apps. This is called Terrarium TV. And this application you can do a bunch of stuff with. So it automatically starts up on TV shows. Here lives all the TV shows on networks, HBO, Showtime. As you can see, it has Game of Thrones here, which is on HBO. You can watch these. And let me show you how to do that. So if you have a TV show that you want to watch, you can, oh, sorry, I run through these pretty quick. So you can click on your up on your controller, and you get your highlighted up here in the corner. And if you click your right controller button, you'll move over on the top, and you want to get to that search menu. And you can get in there, and you can type of whatever movie or whatever show you want, and it will come up. me go back and let me show you Game of Thrones. So let's say you wanted to watch Game of Thrones, you pick that one, and it's going to have the 3 there in the middle, and it's going to be seasons. You have to click down to get into your seasons, and you can pick your seasons from here. And let's say we want to pick season 7, and then you go and you see at the top where it says 7 times 1, that's season 7, episode 1. You click down to highlight those. And once you do that, this is where it gets a little tricky. Let's say we want to watch season 4 or episode 4. You click that, and then now that's highlighted, and you can go up here to play and press play. And now it's doing the same thing as the other servers. It's finding those servers out on the internet, those ones that are streaming. And once you find one, you'll pick it. And see, this has a lot of them. And you can click that, and it will run to this resolving link sometimes. And that can take a couple of minutes to get that to run through. I've had a lot of trouble getting Game of Thrones on here for some reason here lately. So once it's ready to download, you'll see it like this, and you'll press play. And same thing with the movies. It'll take a little bit to download, and then it'll go through the movie. And same thing with the movies. If it starts to buffer a lot, just get out and start search for another server. Or also check that, you have good internet speed. No. And as you can see, it's starting. This is usually really good quality through here, just like you would see on the on HBO. So it's good quality. That's on Terrarium TV. So let's go back into the main menu of Terrarium, and let's say you want to watch movies. It's the same exact thing. You're going to click up into that little box window. Click that, and you're going to click down to your movies area. You click on movies, and then these are going to be your most popular movies here. Okay. Same thing. Click on what you want. Wait for your servers to come up. Highlight the server. Click on that and wait for it to download. Now, these are a little bit more challenging. Now, let me tell you, if it just came out in the movie theater and you click on it to download, more than likely it's going to be a very crappy version to where they're sitting in the movie theater with a camera. My recommendation is to wait 2 or 3 weeks before the movie's out and then get it, because then it's usually a DVD stream or a much better copy of the movie. So that's Terrarium TV. Very easy to run application. Now, the one thing I need to warn you guys about, everyone who has this app, I've downloaded this. And this is called VPN. This isn't a vanishing. So I don't want to scare you guys or anything, but those new movies, that's copyright infringement. So what I would recommend, and this is what I have, is that you sign up with this VP Vanish. I think it's maybe $3 a month, if that. And so whenever I watch a movie, I press this and I connect to it. And this is what this does. This hides your network. And so when you're watching movies, and let's say they do ever trace you back, which I haven't had that problem, but let's say they do, it will show that it comes from Texas or it comes from Florida. It will not show that my network is coming from High Point, North Carolina. So let's see. Let me come back out and I'll show you. Oh, wait, hold on. So as you can see in the upper left-hand corner where it says Seattle, United States, that's where I'm actually pulling my internet from. I'm not really pulling it from High Point anymore. I'm pulling it from Seattle, United States. That's where they think I'm coming from. So this basically is a vanishing network. It hides your network. It protects your network. It also protects it from any kind of hackers or anything like that. You'll start to hear, once you hear VP Vanish or your virtual internet, you got to protect it. VPN. You'll start hearing that now more. A lot of people are going to start doing this just for security reasons, just for your email and all that other kind of stuff. But this is very cheap. You can set it up with it. And that's how I run my movies, safely run my movies. Now, that's only on Terrarium TV and the Jetbox. You don't have to worry that with Modro. You only need to worry that with Jetbox and Terrarium TV. So before I ever watch any movies, I go over here and I click on my virtual PN and I connect, and it kind of hides me, just protects you a little bit from that. Now, let's run through our apps and channels. Local now is just your local, very brief local news. And let's see if I've signed up for Hulu on this one. I don't know if I have. I have not, so I have to sign up for Hulu. I'll do another video on Hulu, but that's how to stream so far. Let me know if you have any questions, but that should get you through your first part. If you're having problems with buffering a lot, you need to check your internet speed. One of the ways you can check your internet speed is go to Google and say on your search menu, go Google test my internet speed, and then it will come up with test my speed button. And press that, and basically you should be getting anywhere between 90 megs per second, 90 megs per minute. This is MPM or something like that. And your first number should be high. Your second number should be anywhere between 11 to 20. But the first number needs to be high. That's your download speed. That's the information you're coming in and downloading. The next one is your upload speed. That's you guys like putting something, like if you're going to transfer files onto your computer, that's your upload speed. Download is receiving information in. So yeah, take a look, watch this video, and next I'll show you guys how to do Hulu Live. All right, thanks, bye.